Alright, there we go. OBS finally decided to pick up the game. Welcome back, guys, and thank you all for staying tuned. Welcome in again, Gislek. Thank you again so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream today, playing some FIFA 22. How did it go? Cheers, Rod. Welcome back as well, dude. And yeah, welcome back to more of AC. Now that we are finished with both Sequence 4 and Sequence 5 Memory 4 of AC3, it's time to head back to Liberation in our historical order of events. And yeah, we're now playing the years 1771 and 72, which is Sequence 5 and 6 of this game. Got past the tutorial. Nice progress, dude. It's good to hear. But yeah, we ended here last time. Got to some trading, I guess. Maybe. There's a few locations that unlocked for us here. Okay, so this provides tabak. They demand tobacco. They give really like a lot for tobacco, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and buy some tobacco, I guess. And then I'm gonna send the ship to Seville, I guess. Might be a bit risky though. Storm 30%, Pirates 20, Hurricane 10. How about here? It's a risk of Pirates 20%. And over here we had a risk of also 20%. Okay. In that case we're gonna trade to Veracruz, I think. Best part of this game were the multi-counters in the lady persona. Prove me wrong. Not sure if I ever triggered a multi-counter in the lady persona before in this game. But yeah, that must be amazing. Man, I love a whip in this game. Hey there, Sagat. Welcome in, dude. How's it going? Don't understand why she has to make so much noise while running around. None of the male characters are that loud. Well, with one exception.
I make my own luck.
Shay Patrick Cormac. He makes a lot of sounds. But it's also made by the same game. Same developer. So, maybe that's, you know, common, kind of like, feature here.
Can't say I blame her for murdering the man.
If all the
can
labor
you?
vanishes, plantations will have to be closed.
You have this game, still haven't played it. Yeah, it's alright. It's not one of the best AC games for sure, but it has some really interesting aspects about it. Definitely solid. Hey there, Ryu. Welcome into it. Hope you're having a good morning.
Bonne journée.
As you can see, my employer is prepared to be very generous.
So it seems.
Then you will join our cause?
See,
Stop her!
You got it with the AC3 remaster. Also haven't played that one. Ah, dude, AC3 is so good. I recommend. I love that game. And yeah, the remaster's pretty solid at this point.
Salutations.
I like how music just like stopped playing out of a sudden. Full sync. Oh, I take it.
Est-elle devenue folle?
What a slimy sounding character. Yeah. Good choice in that voice actor for that role.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so we gotta stay undetected here. Okay, let's go ahead and assign the fast poison to the left side here. And the whip down there. Dude. Can I go the way I want you to? Once? But you finally found out who voices Lance, Michael Rudder. Can't find an official website. Checked YouTube and can't find the demo reel. But he was the canon engineer in AC Brotherhood. Ah, interesting. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Interesting indeed. That's really cool. Thanks for letting us know, and that's awesome that you found out who that is finally. The research paid off. Use a powder keg to assassinate the recruiter. Wait, I don't have my pistol, oh, that really sucks. Okay. How am I supposed... I mean, I can do it with a musket, right? Okay, so once he goes back down, you can shoot this thing. When he has to go back there. I also love that Edward Whistle was reused for a few games. Yeah, we're still talking about the masters of reusing things. Okay, is he ever gonna go back with a powder kick? It's like another one on this side. Okay, let's hope he actually goes back now. We've been checking every actor's role in 3 that were credited as additional voices. Damn, it would have been a lot to go through, wouldn't it? Okay, now go over here, please. Okay, let's get out of here. Ah shit, I still have to loot the body? And then still have to be undetected? Fuck, that's not cool. Like he's surrounded by so many guards. I gotta stay undetected. What is a voice acting historian? He sure is, dude. Fuck. How did he not attack me? That's kinda funny. There's so many in the series credited as that. You should update his IMDb page. I think so as well, dude. When are they going to start paying you anyways? Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create like a massive rumble with berserk darts. Make it easier to stay undetected while taking down these guards here. Oh yeah, that's a big rumble. backtrack though. Yeah, I think that might give us a chance to do the body without being detected immediately. First, these guys gotta go away. Berserk darts would have been hilarious in Odyssey. Definitely would have been. Imagine like the chaos. Okay, get out of here. But don't tell me these guys come over next. Okay, I think this might be out. Never mind. Of course he comes over. Then the other one afterwards. Oh, these guys came. Jesus. Just die, all of you. Just using like all my darts that I have. Fuck. Away. Okay. That works.
Signor, perhaps you underestimate the vast, winding expanse of the bayou. I will repeat. I need enough men to control all of it. Recruit the entire Spanish army if you must. Yours in absolute discretion. Vasquez.
Vasquez. De Ferrer mentioned him in Chichen Itza. Is he the company man? I must warn Agate and the smugglers.
Exactly. Hey there, Bartolomeo. Hey there, Desart. In Chakulu. Okay, let's go ahead and change to the assassin persona.
Je me demande si... Pour qui se prend-elle?
Right, let's see. We can actually buy some supplies here. I wanna stock up the Berserk darts. Oh, holy shit. That's really expensive. Okay, maybe just like 2 smoke bombs. 2 Berserk darts. Okay, it works. Oh, a machete. That would be nice. I can also use the pirate scimitar for free, apparently. The ceremonial blade, let's go for this one. And small weapons. Let's see. We have Connor's Tomahawk equipped, so I'm gonna keep that. Ah, hold up, I didn't check the pistols. You could see this Persona system also great for games set in Japan involving samurai ninja. Also Wild West as a game. Definitely, dude. Yeah, I love disguise systems, and I think they did a really good job with it in this game. Would be cool to see like another one. Jesus, 100k for the pepper box pistol? Maybe the double barrel pistol could be nice, giving us like 2 shots. Okay, so I actually have an alligator hunter head here apparently. Not gonna use that. Because alligators are bros. We could switch to the assassin hood though, instead of having a head. However, I think I might actually keep the cannon look for Evelyn here. Not gonna change anything about it. But designing pistols for Assassin's Creed would mean they have to leave the antique and Dark Ages setting behind. And the present day Templars would have to use... oh wait, yeah. Looking at you, Odyssey. Yeah, I mean both games kind of like made them use weapon types that are available in the historical gameplay section of the game. After discovering a plot to force her mentor out of hiding, Evelyn journeys to the bayou, determined to win back Agatha's trust and refusing to give up on the Brotherhood. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the DNA tracker here. Okay, so we're currently in sequence 5, memory 2. I think there's about 5 missions in sequence 5, and then only 1 mission in sequence 6. There's a good chance we will even finish that part of Liberation today. Well done, Evelyn. Power of voodoo. Use the superstitious of the weak against themselves. Superstitions of the weak.
Agate!
Who are you? You look like a faithful student I had once. Long ago. She no longer exists.
Mentor, I know you have doubted me. But please, my absence has not been in vain. Look what I found.
You should have left it where it lay. Do you have any idea of its purpose or power?
I was hoping you could enlighten.
Had you not insisted on dredging it up, no one would need to know. Remove it from my sight. Bury it and forget the spot. Grind it into powder. Plant it under an alligator nest. Let me never lay eyes on it again.
Very well. I had thought you would accept it as confirmation of my loyalty. Someone told me you were looking for it.
You should not allow gossip to infect your mind. Now be gone.
Not before I warn you, Mentor. You are not safe here.
Have I not been telling you this for years? Useless child.
This threat is new and very real. A man, Vasquez.
I am aware. He bribes Spanish troops. But I already have plans to outwit them. I will use their superstition against them.
Let me help.
I know I cannot stop you.
You will see. My loyalty is real.
Very well. Listen closely. See if you can follow this plan. I have planted signs, which our dear European friends find terrifying. If you are able to follow the instructions, you may tail them from sign to sign, and eliminate them silently, giving the appearance of a voodoo curse. Boo!
And then? A curse may frighten them, but will it be enough to stop the flow of new recruits?
More questions. I thought you were here to help. Ah, silence at last. Go now before you spoil this moment.
Okay, I think I have to get there in like 1 minute or so. Only if it didn't like immediately got rid of the optional objective there for some reason. But yeah, no worries, Aura. Hope you have a good one. Definitely enjoy the coffee as well. But hey, Adivale, and keep it away from people who make their own luck. Yeah, especially those. I've actually done an rogue appreciation stream today. Showing like all my favorite moments from the game. Because I love it so much, you know. Yeah, he seems very nice, Saked. So that memory just now actually had been edited by Abstergo, so I kind of like cut out pieces and stuff.
It's... Oh.
How childish can you be? It is nothing.
What are you doing?
What do you think? I'm removing it.
You can't! We'll be cursed!
Oh, we'll be cursed. Truly, I'm terrified.
It's true!
Move out! It's not safe here!
Kind of like that quest in Revelations where you have to poison everybody who touches the chest. And then you kind of like are the originator of the Romani curse, so to say. Oh, fuck. I even had the command there to do the swing, but I couldn't. But I got desynchronized anyway, so might as well let the game reload.
It's true!
This.
Move out! It's not safe here!
Now it should work. Thank you very much. Nobody saw that either. Beware of the curse. Ah, that's from a mummy? Nice. I really gotta rewatch that movie, it's been like way too long.
Dio santo!
I haven't watched it since my childhood, I think. Even Levi can't believe it.
Deserter! Come back! I will have you court-martialed! Keep moving, mate!
That 3-second delay on being shot.
When I wait about you. May God watch
Six.
over us.
We saw it a few times at the movies when it came out. Ah, that must have been amazing, you know? To watch it like directly when it came out and then like even multiple times. Bullets at the time travel different speeds. Yeah, they went quite as fast as nowadays, right? It all makes sense now. Good. Can I target you?
Run! Run!
Nice. Yeah, dude, 1999 was definitely a great year for movies. First Matrix, Fight Club as well. What else other great movies have been released in 1999, I wonder? Ah, interesting. I've actually seen like a video that was about the topic, like kind of like going in depth why 1999 was such a great year for movies. I wonder if it was like inspired by the book or something, or if it even belonged to the book or maybe something like that. Because yeah, literally the same thematic and topic. Watched it a couple years ago and really liked it. Some good horror movies that you too, like Sixth Sense, Stir of Echoes, Blair Witch Project. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big year, going from like 1999 to 2000. I remember how big of a deal it was as well, like from early childhood memory still. Hey there, Mustacho. Good morning, you knew. You're a bit lost. The title says AC3 is in this game with Connor. It should say AC3 Liberation. Or didn't it change? Hold up. Let me actually take care of that. I mean, I thought I changed it to AC3 Liberation. Yeah. Yeah, so it's AC3 Liberation. It's basically almost like an add-on to AC3. It initially came out for the PlayStation Vita and is a game focusing on Evelyn in Louisiana, New Orleans. Connor does appear in the game, but this game isn't about him. That will be AC3 without Liberation. But yeah, that's the one with Connor. But yeah, we do kind of like overlap at some points. 1999 Digimon Adventure pilot film. I mean, that was also pretty big, I guess. It's called Best Movie Year Ever. How 1999 blew up the big screen. Ah, I gotcha. Interesting. Maybe I also gotta show you that video that I was talking about. It was definitely called different, I think, but quite similar in its thematic. Okay, let's talk to Elise.
Bonjour, smugglers!
Aveline! It's been a long while.
Too long. Listen, have you noticed any unusual activity on the bayou?
Other than ours, you mean?
We have been noticing rather a lot of men in Spanish uniforms. Although I would question both their manhood and their allegiance.
They've been bribed by a man named Vasquez. He works for the...
Vasquez? Sacre bleu, I know his name. I heard soldiers talking. He plans to divert a supply ship tomorrow.
Unless we divert it first.
I like how you think. Have I not said it before, Elise? I love how she thinks.
I'm in the mood for a diversion myself.
If I may make a suggestion. The lighthouse on Lake Pontchartrain. If you, tamper with it, perhaps that ship may never reach her berth.
Roussillon, I like how you think. Have I not said it before, Elise? I love how he thinks.
God, some of the dialogue in this game. I like how he thinks. Haven't I said it before? I love how he thinks. It's like, okay. It's... Okay, so I have to avoid killing anyone and I can't swim. Good to know. Is there a way to get up here? Nobody sees me here. I'm perfectly stealth. Ah, amazing. Fuck. I can't kill anybody. Where did Evelyn go? I can't see her anymore. I only see this head flying in the air. Like Edward. Yeah, Edward is also perfectly stealth. Especially on plantations and stuff. Hiding between all the grass. Sugar cane. can't get out of your head how Evelyn looks a little like Rihanna to you? Or maybe it's because you think Rihanna is attractive? Yeah, maybe both. But yeah, I can see it, I think. I hadn't had the association before, but now that you say it, I can definitely see it. And every time I'm in the Bayou here, I have to think of Red Dead Redemption 2. And the Bayou you have there as well. It does look quite similar at times. Yeah, you didn't see me at all. Oh dear. It's really interesting like how different stuff is treated like per AC game. Especially like switching back and forth. Like in AC3 I would already have alerted the entire fort essentially at that point. Here good old Saint-Denis, indeed. Yeah, so many similarities between these games. Again, like, he didn't take me. This. I mean, I take it, you know. Makes it less frustrating. Oh, good job breaking it. You know, the lighthouse which is supposed to kind of like safely guard or lead ships and boats there. Nobody needs that.
Are you drunk already?
Were you not more fun when we met? I seem to remember.
Nothing. You remember nothing.
Right. Because I'm so drunk.
Yeah, very funny.
Aveline, you've done it! The ship, she is stuck in the mud!
Now you will reap your reward. And I will cut Vasquez down to size.
And then we celebrate!
Aveline, I'll gather my men. We'll meet you at the ship.
And the plundering will begin!
But since your stream of AC Unity last Sunday, you had to be short. You haven't done any memories since Arno became an assassin. And so you've been able to go around during the week increasing Arno's money. Currently you have him with 273,000 money. That's a lot, dude. Especially to start things off with. Like having that amount of money to spend on like equipment would make definitely, you know, quite a bit more pleasant to play through the main stories. Like better stealth gear and stuff. You get Assassin's rank before you join. You forget before you join. I mean, at this point Rod already had joined the Assassins, right? So he gets to be an initiate, I guess. Assassin initiate. Not like a full-on assassin, I guess. In that sense, but yeah, I guess initiate would be the term. Hey Vafia, welcome in, dude. How's it going? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Unless he spends a few hours cheesing a single enemy over and over and over. You think it was a taker spam? Yeah, maybe that could also work. Going good. Today's the last day before your time off work starts. Going to be streaming more next week when you have a time off. Ah, nice, dude. That's great. I hope you enjoy those days. Do you have any particular game set up that you would like to stream during the week? I can't jump over here. Apparently. Take a spam but without tripping them or running them over. I gotcha. Yeah, I never knew that was a possibility. I think the game doesn't start increasing Arno's rank until he becomes an assassin, unless it does, but it's not enough before that point to increase it to a first rank. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think I remember from Levy's playthrough that it does already count points towards the rank, but I guess not substantial enough that it would really affect the rank to become anything like an assassin, I guess. I mean, assassin is still like one of the later ranks to get in the game anyways. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. I think I remember that was the case when I watched Levy play the game recently. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. Possibly AC Valhalla depending on your mood. Warcraft 3, maybe some SNES games, wherever the mood takes you. That's fair, dude. Yeah, definitely go for what you feel like playing. But AC Valhalla sounds great. You haven't played the game before, have you? Yeah, that as well, like it's definitely... I mean, it's definitely saying something about how much you played the game already, but it doesn't really benefit or give you any like gameplay advantage. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of as well, Levy. You know, that you've done so much side stuff. And I think I remember seeing you increase your rank already quite a bit before you even got to the point of being an assassin. So yeah. By now, after so many playthroughs of the game, you don't really pay attention to the rank system, especially too since you have to delete your storage and clouds save each time you want to restart the game. That's still so annoying, you know, that they didn't give you like multiple save slots in the game. I mean, at least Syndicate gave you the option to delete the save game from inside the game, but if you don't know how to do it, then you're just like stuck with your game save, right, on console. I usually do backups of my game saves in the same folder on PC for Unity, but yeah, it's not like optimal. The way Origins did it was great, or like the older AC games, I guess. Just give you like 3 save slots or more. You haven't played it to completion. Last time you played it, it got a bit laggy on you. You just didn't strike you the way Origins Odyssey did. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, that's like a lot of people say that about Valhalla, but it isn't quite hitting the same as both games. It definitely feels quite a bit different, but I really enjoy the changes in Valhalla, I have to say. Especially coming from Odyssey, I guess. You also did stealth missions with no hidden blade in a few games. You did. I remember. That's a true master assassin right there. Yeah, I guess like it's really annoying having to do it like that, especially on console where you don't really have a way of backing up saves like that, I guess. Yeah, me too, Rod. It's good they kind of learned from it with Origins. But yeah, I kind of wish I would also go away from the menu save system that Odyssey and Valhalla introduced again. I really prefer like how it was before, you know, where you just have like an autosave system and it saves like every single thing you do. But of course, with like having choices and stuff, they, you know, want to have a menu save system so you can like reload and redo a save. Which is understandable because it's kind of like expected from a dialogue choice based system, right, or game. So I can understand why they did it. But I still prefer the way it's done in the early games with like just having save slots and just save every small thing. I still remember playing Odyssey for the first time and doing like a fort And then all of a sudden at the end, you know, I got discovered and mercenaries came, and then one was over-leveled and just one-shotted me. And I have to like redo 15 minutes of like fort progression or something. Because of a freaking manual save system. In Origins it would have saved every single chest or captain you would have killed inside the fort already. But because of the manual save system that wouldn't work. So yeah, that was like really frustrating sometimes. Like especially when I started out with Odyssey. And yeah, Valhalla is really, really big. But you can also decide which content to do. So you don't have to make the game overly long either. Like if you would just focus on the main story, I think you could finish it in 50 to 60 hours, which is still a lot of course, but not quite as long as my 200 plus hour playthrough, doing completionists with everything. Which is why choices should be out of this series now. Yeah. Yeah, I just prefer them not to be there at all. Like, just give us choices like AC2 did, right? We can choose to hug Leonardo, for instance. Not. Or to undress Katarina. You know, that's the important choices. Oh, sorry, not Katarina, Christina. Yeah, casual 50 to 60 hours. That's nothing. That's about how long it takes to 100% clear the entire map of Rogue. Yeah. And 10% of that would it would take you to you know, play through the main story. Man, I still think Rogue map is just way too big for how short the story is. I mean, it's nice if you like really enjoying like all the side activities, I guess, but for me it's just too big and also too like not enough story related side stuff, you know. Like there's not even actual like side missions with like actual character progressions or like small side stories or something in Rogue. You just have the assassin interceptions and like the hunting challenges, which both focus on like gameplay alone. Pissed you missed that choice on stream. Ah, did you? Yeah, you did, didn't you? I think I was there when it happened. Didn't I even tell you about what would happen if you did the like quick time event? I think. Also, there's nothing between the villages and warehouses. Usually, not even any form of landscape. Yeah. I mean, the whole river valley is like very weird, geographically speaking, apparently. I mean, for one, navigating a ship of that size through a river. And then also like the way they kind of like placed the like different locations. I mean, I really like what they did with the North Atlantic, and I love that region in Rogue. But River Valley are definitely daunting as well. Route choices should only be for certain interactions if I want to have them, like choosing an approach offered by a character in a mission, and your choice doesn't change the events of that story in that mission, but just changes how the character moves through it. Exactly, dude. It would add to the like consistency again, you know, like not having a lot of different outcomes, but rather just spice it up by having things turn out like, or happen a bit differently. But yeah, like completely choosing or changing, for instance, who dies or who lives, just really messes with the overall lore, especially if you make no effort into actually explaining what really happened. You know, like that way for everyone the game turns out to be different, and then any discussion you have about, okay, what did actually happen is kind of like useless, I guess, because you don't really know. Yeah, I don't blame you, Levy, for wanting to skip all of it. Yeah, Yeah, definitely can be the case sometimes, Gisleck. It does feel a bit empty sometimes. It kind of feels like... I mean, obviously Rogue had also like a very short development time, right? Like 8 months or so. It almost seems like they designed, of course, a world first, but then didn't have enough time to fill it with like meaningful activities, you know? Which is why so many islands just have like, you know, the same amount of like collectibles. Like 5 chests, 1 shanty, 1 wall letter, and like maybe a cave painting or something. You got it off stream but forgot to hit the button on. That's why I like Valhalla. The guy is like, let's be stealthy here, and you're like, let's kill them all. And the NPC's like, okay, let's do it this way then. Mission complete. Yeah. There's also gonna be moments later on where Eivor tries to be stealthy, but for example Eva is like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm a freaking Viking, I'm gonna go in here charging. Being all like...
Odin is with us!
No. What exactly, dude? And an inherent difficulty with outcomes for characters' fates in games with choices is what do you do with follow-up game story? Which ending do you make canon? Whichever is chosen, there will be someone who hates this choice made by the writers in the next story. Exactly. Yeah. It just really creates like so many issues within the lore. Inconsistency of the narrative, which I mean was always a strong point of AC, right? Like how the games connect to each other. We completely ignored like on Resident Evil 8. Yeah. I mean, you could do that.
Elise, are your men ready?
Ready? They can barely contain themselves.
Please, help me do something about those guards before our men rush the ship and get shot full of oil.
Good job, Russo.
There she is!
We gotta carry 2 crates ourselves, yeah? Let's be fast. Don't mind me. Oi, sounds nice. Nice. It finishes the optional objective. Let's pick up another chest, I guess. We have some. I like how Evelyn has Hatham's sword animations. I actually really like them. They're quite elegant. Carrying box around reminiscent of your favorite Ezio mission where he carries a box and has to go off verbal cues of where to go. Such great storytelling. Yeah, that mission. I hope they let us go inside. It's like what you hear every 5 seconds essentially in that mission. Can I do something, please, game? Oh, I can. Like how the pistol didn't even do anything.
Wow, Aveline, that was spectacular.
I'm only sorry Vasquez wasn't on board.
No, no. I wouldn't be too sorry just yet. Perhaps this will be of help.
Evelyn doing some workouts here. Welcome back, Aura. Coffee, quiet, dog is taken care of. Oh yeah. That's good to hear. But if I have a memory sequence system from the games prior to Origins, it would make it easier to set up the order in which a story should be done. And with character choices, especially regarding the ending you get, that's when you use the fact the enemies exist to come up with a reason why there's only one canon outcome. Exactly, dude. Have the player see the other outcome, but make it clear which ending is actually the true one. Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it as much in that case as well. You know, if I would at least tell you what really happened. But yeah, when they say stuff like, you know, like, the book is a canon, you know, story. But when you look up what actually happens in the books and you try to replicate it in the game, doing like a canon choice playthrough, and you can't even do that, you know, because the game just doesn't allow you to do things the way they happen in the book, which is supposed to be canon. It's like, yeah, cool. There's a sarcasm there in case you think you actually like it. Yeah, I didn't for 18. Didn't think you were too fond of it. Documents found aboard the Spanish ship contained orders to travel to Chichen Itza and reclaim the work site. Praying for her mother's safety and perhaps hoping to find the second half of the prophecy disc, Evelyn returns to Chichen Itza. So that's sequence 6 already, I believe. Then we can go back to AC3 already. It's kind of like a short liberation session today.
Point that at me! I'll kill you!
Oh, hey there. Love a double kill. I wanna put my knee in your eye. But they didn't think everything through properly with Odyssey's choice system. Detroit Become Human came out the same year, and while Odyssey wouldn't have needed to be as complex as that game's choice system, the system and flow chart in that game is excellent. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Like every time I see somebody play Detroit Become Human, they just praise the choice system so much. Something I don't really hear about Odyssey at all, like even from people who enjoy the game. I don't really see a lot of praise for the choice of the writing too much, but rather just it's like gameplay, you know. Return to Mexico. The guys who made Detroit Become Human did Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain and experimented a bit with Beyond Two Swords. I gotcha. I haven't played those games actually. But yeah, maybe that's what Quebec should do.
Aveline,
Find their niche
you have
and
returned.
stick to it.
Maman, you're not
Just don't do it
afraid
too
of me.
AC.
Aveline, I have passed more years missing you than mothering you. If I cannot know you now that you are returned to me, then why have I waited all this time? My love is stronger than my fear. You are no assassin. You are my daughter. Will you ever understand why I had to leave?
Oui. You thought your life was in danger.
Your father made me free, but I could never be free in Nouvelle-Orléans. Not with the assassins watching.
Are you free here?
No. I traded one enemy for another, and they will not rest until they have what they seek.
The missing shard of the disc.
As long as it is here, I will always feel their eyes on me. But if someone were to remove it, someone strong and resourceful,
I might know someone like that.
if you see her, please give her this map, and let her know about the old canoe that remained in the cenote after our last expedition. Tell her to go quickly. Somehow they are watching. If she was to be discovered, we would both...
Fear not, Maman. You will know peace soon.
All three are amazing. Nice. Yeah, I still gotta play Detroit Become Human eventually, but if I really like it, then I might also check out some other games from the developers. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Exactly. The games never had a choice system, so Ubisoft Quebec should have eased the series into the choice system. Yeah, instead of like making it as abrupt as they have, you know. Yeah, that's what I heard as well, Levi. Eventually, I will also get to those games. But there are still like so many other games I want to play as well. I'm not sure if I have a full sync requirement here, but I guess you're gonna find out if you fail it. I think I can't take too much damage with the Kano here as a full sync requirement, which is a bit tricky because the controls are really messed up in this part, especially with the way the water moves and stuff. These controls. Did it. Didn't even take 1 damage. When a developer has a long time experience doing a certain kind of game, and have honed that to the best they can, a developer of completely different style shouldn't be excused for their weak attempt just because I didn't have as much experience. Yeah, it's true as well, you know. Like obviously that gives certain developers an edge if they already have experience, but it's no excuse for, you know, making like a weak choice system. I would definitely agree with that. these Mexico parts are actually my favorite part of Liberation, I think. The fact that you can have like tomb-like levels is really nice. I go up here. Good job, Evelyn. I wonder if I can go up. Okay, game. Apparently you have to look in a certain direction to actually be able to go up there. So from here. Right. It's like a bit weirdly designed, not gonna lie. It's like climbing part. I really noticed that with Ubisoft Sophia games, like they have like a weird way of like creating paths sometimes. Same thing in Rogue as well. Yeah, me too, Rod. It's such a great tool, the whip. Probably my favorite tool in this game, actually. I even prefer to the rope dart sometimes. Like overall I still like rope dart better, but I like with a whip that it's like, you know, infinite ammo. So you can just keep on using it, and it's also like use of parkour, of course, so that's really nice. Diving. Black Flag flashbacks. What are the traps? What kind of Tomb Raider is this? Yeah, the Tomb Raider vibes are strong here. Navigate the underwater tunnels. Time for even more parkour. Evelyn. Okay. Don't do it. Oh. Definitely is like Tomb Raider. Everything she touches gets destroyed. Well, I guess both then is like. I haven't actually played the Uncharted games before, but I do own the first 3 on PlayStation. That's another series I would like to play this year, maybe. At some point. That. Nice. Sofa Passo in 5 moves or less. Okay then. 5 moves. I mean, I gotta move this like down. Okay, did I fuck up? We did it. Yeah, so much crook mode today. What's going on? Almost like I know what I'm doing.
Evelyn, were you successful? Do not show me. I have seen too much already. I need never lay eyes on it again.
Mama, I will return to New Orleans and set everything right. Then I will send for you.
My dear, tenacious daughter. I want nothing more than to be close to you again. But this colony is my place now. The people here need me. Nouvelle-Orléans will always be haunted.
I understand. Don't worry. This will not be the last you see of me.
Be careful, my child.
Having secured the second part of the prophecy disc, Evelyn travels back to New Orleans to continue her search for Vasquez, the man she believes is the company man. Alright, but yeah, that finishes the liberation part already for today, because sequence 6 is only one memory, I believe, the one in Mexico. Yeah. And we're already in the year 1773, so there's quite a few missions that take place between 72 and 73 in AC3, so that's the next main story we will be playing. However, I'm not quite sure it's really like worth it going back into AC3, because I only would be streaming for like another half an hour maybe. So I think what we're gonna be doing instead might actually be call it here for today, and then continue next time with AC3 and the rest of sequence 5 and the start of sequence 6. But yeah, we're gonna be focusing much more on AC3 now for the rest of the Colonial Saga playthrough as well, because there's only 3 more sequences I think for Liberation. But yeah, much more content to come for AC3, so it's gonna be definitely the focus of the rest of the saga here. Cheers, Rod. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, definitely done some good progress today. I'm glad we finished both the AC3 and the Liberation part. But yeah, next time we shall go back to AC3 and the year 1772. Definitely looking forward to it because yeah, AC3 is still my favorite of the colonial games, I have to say. Just like making the start for the homestead missions already makes me just hyped to get back into it and get all the others unlocked for that. Cheers, Sagat. Thank you for dropping by, dude. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you everybody who tuned in today as well. We're gonna be back maybe on Sunday. I haven't decided yet. But Sunday we might be doing the retro stream, if I have the time. But yeah, if not Sunday, then definitely Monday we will be back with more Witcher. We want to continue with the Blood and Wine DLC. And AC we will be playing again, I mean, either on Retro Sunday, because technically AC3 is a retro game. If not, then on Tuesday with, yeah, more of the Edward, Kenway, Ethan Kenway, Connor Kenway saga. And Saga, thank you so much for the 100 biddies, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you for doing that. No worries, Rod. Thank you also again for being here and also for raiding earlier. You as well, Aura. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks again for being here. Retro is 15 years now. So yeah, the way I treat retro games on Sunday is if a game is released on a discontinued console, then I will classify it as retro. And the original AC3 came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, right? So that's how I kind of like cheat myself into playing more AC. I guess I wouldn't really see it as like retro in like the classical sense, but yeah, like everything that's like, you know, up until PS3, Xbox 360 era, I consider games that would be viable for retro Sundays, I guess. If 15 years is retro, then you're super classical. Don't you mean antique? Just kidding, Mora. Yeah, you're still a young lad, as far as I can tell. You know, when I was your age, Mora, and stuff. So that means, hold on a second, didn't GTA 5 get PS3 release? Technically, yeah. I mean, technically you could consider it retro. Only that it got a release for like every generation since then, but I don't care. I mean, I also play AC3 on Retro Sunday, and I'm playing the remaster version which came out in like 2019. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. But the OG game came out on the old generation, so I take that. But yeah, I'm actually been looking into getting an Xbox 360. There's like some really good deals on the used market. But only so I can play Red Dead Redemption 1 eventually. Like properly. I mean, you can't stream Rogue without workarounds, without getting remastered. I mean, on console, I guess, maybe? I'm not sure. Because I'm playing the original version, because remastered, I'm not even sure if it's available on PC for Rogue. I don't think it is. Ace Combat 6 stream when? I'm not even sure about the Xbox 360 exclusives. I just really been looking into Red Dead Redemption and making that playable, and I looked at comparisons between PS3 and Xbox 360, and it looked much better on the 360 for some reason. Even though the 360 came out like almost 2 years before the PS3, right? But yeah, it looks much better, the game. But apparently Red Dead Redemption was also like a nightmare to program, which is why we probably never get like a remaster version, a proper one, or like a port for PC. Which is one of the reasons I also are thinking like stronger about getting a 360, because I don't really see it getting playable on PC anytime soon. I mean, it's not even available on the PS4, which I actually have, unless you get PlayStation Now. But with PlayStation Now, you can only play it in German if you're from Germany. It's like, come on. Just let me play this game in English, goddammit.
Ah!
Yeah, I was talking about the remaster version, Gislek for Rogue, because that one I haven't seen on PC. Unless I missed it in the store or something. Most 360 titles are now in the Xbox store. Just get an Xbox One low. I mean, I guess one could do that. But the thing is, I don't want to spend too much money on like another console. And I've seen Xbox 360s for as low as like $40 on the used market with like controller and you know, games and all that type of stuff. I reckon Xbox One would be much more expensive. I reckon at least 150. So I don't currently want to spend that much money on a console like another one. Unless, you know, I would get like a really good deal, I guess. But definitely have a point, Cat. Like, if those games are backwards compatible, then an Xbox One would maybe make more sense in the long run.
Rappelez-vous ce qu'a dit Voltaire. Le secret d'ennuyer est celui de...
But yeah, I'm actually gonna look into it. You know, I'm gonna look at like used deals maybe on Xbox One. See what I can find. Yeah, Rogue got the release for PC not even on release day, but in March, I think, of the following year. Which is why I always thought that it actually released after Unity, even though it did release on the same day as Unity, just not on PC, I guess. But yeah, it's still the vanilla version, right? Like, certainly upgraded from the console version, but not quite as a remastered, as far as I can tell. Yeah, but thank you for the tips, Cat. I'm definitely gonna look into Xbox Ones as well, see what I can find. You have an Xbox 360 that doesn't get used. You're thinking the $100 you gave your brother for it a few years ago was a bad deal. I mean, that's fair, Aura, as well. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be using the console much as well, you know. Literally only for games I couldn't play otherwise. Because unfortunately the emulator for both PS3 and Xbox 360 is still like super demanding. So with my graphics card and stuff, I couldn't run games in like proper frames, unfortunately. But who knows, maybe they're gonna run better at some point in the future. Would be cool. What you've seen, it's not too bad price-wise. It's more expensive than an Xbox 360, but it's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. I know there's like a really good version for Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's only Series S and X or if it also includes the regular Xbox One. I'd also make some research into that, because I remember seeing Ronnie play the like backwards competitive version, I think, and it looked so good. Even ran on like 60 FPS, I believe. You had Ace Combat 6 is a great game. Oh, I'm also gonna look into that Sven Gislek. I don't think I actually seen gameplay of it before. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and exit here. gonna have a look who's online, so we can raid, of course. Let's have a look, shall we? See Lucinda playing some more Dishonored today. She's doing her third New Game Plus run, I think. It's an 360 exclusive, so you never got to play it yourself. I gotcha. I'm not even sure what type of game it is, to be honest. Let me actually look that up real quick. Fires of Liberation is a 2007 arcade-style combat flight simulation video game. Flight simulation with arcade style? Doesn't sound too bad, actually. I'm not a big fan of like simulation-based games, but as soon as they're like arcadey, I'm all for it. Yeah, sounds cool, actually. Might have to check that out if I, you know, get a 360. Yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go and say hi to Lucinda now. See how she's doing with some Dishonored. I still gotta play the second one, but I really love the first. And I played it a few years back. If you guys wanna hop along with the raid, you're free to also use these raid emotes. And yeah, I shall be back either on Sunday or Monday, one of the 2 days. Until then, I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks again so much to the raids today, Rod and Gizlek. Levi, thank you again for the resub. Panda and Ranch, thank you guys for follows. And Serkat, thank you again for the 100 bits as well. And yeah, everybody else, thank you for lurking, chatting, and just watching the stream. And yeah, I will catch you all next time.